Kai'Sa is one of the champions that, once mastered, lets you carry at Eneino. I'm Eneino, a challenger ADC that helped multiple people to achieve their dream rank, and today you will learn Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa passive lets you deal an additional amount of AP damage on the side, and every time that you add a stack, you're incrementing this damage. Once eventually you will reach 4, and by popping it, you will deal a missing percentage of the enemy damage. While instead, if you're going AD, your main source of damage is gonna be your items. When you're playing AP, your passive is gonna do the big work for you. Kai'Sa Q throws 6 missiles on this area, so for example, if I walk here outside of the range of the dummy, you will see that my Q is grayed out, meaning that I can't cast it because there's no one near. Once you go near to a character, you will have the chance to click it, so in this case I'm pressing Q, and as you can see, all the missiles are going into the dummy. Another tiny trick that you can use is when you're approaching the enemy, just perma spam Q, and you will hear you cannot cast like that as well. You see? As soon as I enter the range of the enemy, look at what happens. You see what happens? So, as soon as you enter the range, you will hit the enemy right away. Also remember that if there are multiple enemies on the range of your Q, you're gonna spread the missiles. If you have 6 missiles, it's gonna be free, and so on. So keep it in mind, try to always have one player in range when you're playing Kai'Sa, because your DPS is gonna increase way more. Kai'Sa W simply throws a missile. This missile has a really long range, and it adds 2 stack of plasma. It's a really straightforward spell. Kai'Sa E makes you go a bit faster while increasing your attack speed after the effect ends. You can't attack while you're in this animation, so do keep it in mind. Do not go towards the enemies like this, because you will stand still doing no damage. You have to wait for the full animation to finish, and then after the animation finishes, you will have a boost of attack speed. Kai'Sa ultimate is one of the best abilities in the game. Simply put, when an enemy has a stack of plasma, you will see a circle around him, and with this circle you can ult basically wherever you want. In this case, I will decide up here, and as you can see, I went into this position by having a big shield as well. The hard part of Kai'Sa is that Kai'Sa has upgrades. In this case, we upgraded all 3, and to level them up in a faster way, because that's the normal animation. When you level them up, you're gonna lose a lot of time. Instead of doing this, we will place our cursor on the spell, press B, and then use left click, spam simply left click on the spell to actually level up. In this way. Once you leveled up your spells, there's a bit of difference on all 3 spells. We're gonna go through them really quickly. Kai'Sa Q throws double the missiles. Kai'Sa W gets a cooldown refound, and you also add 1 stack of plasma in more. Kai'Sa E makes you go invisible during the duration of charge, so this helps out a lot to not get hit while you're going towards the enemy. The most important thing that you will have to learn as Kai'Sa, especially when you have WQ upgrade, is to do auto QW auto, which is a really straightforward combination of spells. I will show it to you right now. If you have upgraded all the spells of this champion, you are open to a lot of plays that you normally wouldn't be able to do. An example is ulti, where you can charge your E while being mid-ultimate. This is really helpful because the enemy has no idea of where you will actually spawn on. They will see you coming here, but they have no idea of where you could possibly be moving after jumping there. Another thing that's really important to learn, especially if you're playing AP Kai'Sa, is to learn to W while ulting. So the only thing that you have to do is simply to ult in a position and then move your cursor back to the enemy champion while pressing W. In this way, we press R first and then W. Now, I did it really slowly, but you can do it at the same speed as when I use the E. So that means mid-cast, and this is how it looks at the end. This is really good to assassinate players, so do keep it in mind if you want to play AP Kai'Sa. This is the bare minimum entry to actually play really well. Last thing that I want to mention is that your ultimate is an animation cancel, which is pretty good when you want to burst out an enemy, put a stack on him, then A, ult A. And as you can see, I just resetted my auto and did another auto. The full combo looks like this.